Well, hello, Grand Rising Taurus. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. All right, Taurus, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. I'm just going to be pulling from different decks. It's not going to be a long reading because you guys do have a second video today. But I haven't used this deck in a while, so I want to see what comes out here for you. I'm not familiar with this deck too much, but we'll see what comes out. So this is here for Taurus. Let's see what comes out here for Taurus. Taurus. All right, Taurus, first card that's coming out here for you. Ooh, it is a storm warning. We're going to find out why this is coming out in your reading. But storm warning talks about problems ahead. It talks about situations that you're going to experience. And it doesn't have to be anything drastic. It could be just a little debate or disagreement with a family member. This can happen with a lover. Sometimes this can happen with your finances. But we'll see. I wrote on here a long time ago because I was not familiar with these cards. But on here, I put potential problems. Okay. Potential problems is something that I'm seeing that you guys may experience this weekend here. And it could be a beginning of something that's already brewing, which means that it could reach its head by the weekend. Okay. That is basically what this is talking about. We're going to probably clarify it just to see when we get into the tarot, but that is something that I'm definitely saying. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Taurus. Taurus. Ooh, okay. Well, what happens after a disagreement? Okay. Here with caring connection, it talks about, are you still friends? Are you still in a partnership? That type of thing. I do see a support system here. Okay. So this is what I was saying before that, yeah, there could be some type of disagreement or a little spat that you can have with a family member, a lover, or whatever, right? But it's do your relationship maintain that solid foundation? And even outside of the storm warning, right? This talks about you getting into a connection. For some of you, this talks about you entering into a connection that is of, it talks about something that can last forever. This is a strong hold here with two people holding each other. So, yeah, I do want to just say that just because that came out doesn't mean that it's together. But I'm just saying, if this is something that you are experiencing with a lover, then I do see some type of like resolve here. All right, let's keep going. This is for Taurus. Yes, I am. I'm doing live readings this morning, and then I'm going to post your. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to post it later on tonight. Okay. You have cornucopia. This is probably one of the best cards that you can get in this particular deck because this is a wish fulfillment. So you see how it turned around? It's so realistic because it talks about things that you guys are going to experience regardless of what it is. These cards are separate from each other. It doesn't have to be an argument with your spouse, but there could be other situations that you are experiencing that puts you in that storm warning. You get it? So, like I said before, it could be money, it could be family issues, it could be something like that. And then there is a connection here with the caring connection card. But the cornucopia is something that you are wanting in particular. It is what you are desiring because it is a wish fulfillment. Now, I want to see what that is. Oh, hostility is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Now, remember, I felt that storm warning was a spat. I didn't say anything else really. I kept feeling that it was more so a disagreement with somebody, and hostility came out. Now, on here, it says someone that may be aggressive. This could be someone at your job. This is someone who may gossip or make slander about you, or someone that it could be something as small as a misunderstanding. But hostility is like angry. I have to express myself. It's that type of thing. So just know that these two cards are here, and that is what I felt when I saw storm warning. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and see what comes out. I mean, I'm not necessarily clarifying it, but I'm going to see what card hit that storm warning. This is for Taurus. You got the Magician that's coming out. So I would say someone feels I said slander and gossiping here with this hostility. Magician card is not necessarily a slandering and gossiping card, but I will say, based on that Magician, you feel, or there's going to be someone that you feel is trying to, usually it's a manipulation card, either manipulate you or get into your headspace where you cannot think straight. I'm not liking that energy because Magician is kind of like you do things by my will. However, you feel I'm not concerned about. It's all about me, and it's just like any means necessary with the Magician. Okay, so it's like someone forcing you to be something, forcing you to um, act a certain way or to do something that you don't really want to do. Okay. Um, I also feel like manipulation could be outside of you, not necessarily saying it's directly towards you, but it could be someone is manipulating somebody else that's going to have a bad effect on you. Okay. That's something that I almost feel like there's a third party involved. It could be like a family member that's, getting in your mother's ear or your sister's ear. It could be a third party. Okay, it could be another coworker who is gossiping and lying, but I am seeing something like that. So I don't necessarily like that Magician hitting that storm warning. I'm just going to be honest with you. I do not. Let's see. Now you have the Four of Swords coming after the Magician hitting the Caring card. Someone feels this distancing. Let's say if we're talking about a connection right now, I'm not going to only speak about that, but if we are talking about a love connection, there's this distancing happening. Like you're supposed to care for me, you're supposed to love me, but that also happens with family too. So I'm not saying that it's only dealing with romantic relationships. You feel that someone that's supposed to love you or that's supposed to care about you isn't displaying that. They're not showing that to you. Right? So it's like we used to be close, but now we're not. I used to be close to my sister, but I'm not anymore. I used to be close to my aunt, and I'm not anymore. It's that type of thing. Okay. So here with the Four of Swords, there may not be any communication between you and someone. You may not even be talking to them at the moment. And it's a very unhappy feeling. Now, another thing that I see here too is, and this is not everybody, but health wise, I see that there's a little lack of vitality, maybe feeling not as optimistic when you wake up in the morning, that type of thing. Remember, this is for this weekend. This is not necessary. I mean, it can stretch out, but I'm only saying something that you may experience over the next few days or so. Okay. So I just feel like a little gloominess, right? Not necessarily feeling motivated to get up and do anything. But again, it makes sense because it feels like there's this friction between you and somebody that you cannot resolve. Okay. Or you just feel unmotivated to get up to go to work or to do things. So I do feel a little like not as motivated over the next few days here. The Magician card being in the upright is pretty decent because it talks about your determination and your willpower to get things done. But it's kind of like, but do I have to? Do I really have to get out of the bed and do this? I know I have all these chores and these errands that I have to go on, but I'm really not in the mood. Okay. So, yeah. And like I said, I just feel like it has something to do with some type of misunderstanding or a disconnect. You have a four. Again, there's a lack of stability somewhere in your life. You got the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. There's a lack of peace in your mind. So even if it's inside your home, you don't necessarily feel stable and grounded in your home. Maybe there's not any peace between you and your children or something like that. Because sometimes the Four of Swords even talks about sleepless nights. I know usually the Nine of Swords talks about that, but for this, I even see not being able to think straight, kind of scattered energy, a lot of on your mind, a lack of tranquility. is something that I'm seeing. Why? Because of that storm and that hostility. And for some of you, it can come out of the blue. You're like, I didn't even expect that. I was just going about my day. I didn't expect for someone to be aggressive or for you to come to me like that, right? So that's what I'm saying. So the four of Pentacles for you is just basically saying you bottling up some things on the inside, not necessarily expressing yourself the way that you want to, and then it can turn into something that's not good. The Four of Pentacles is asking you to express yourself, but in a more diplomatic way, but express yourself, please. Okay. Now, cornucopia is here. It does not take away from the things that you're going to get. Now, what do I see on an outside of interpersonal relationships between family, friends, lover, whatever? What do I see that is going to help you out? So I'm also seeing that there's traveling here. Some of you guys have been wanting to travel, maybe discussions about traveling with someone who's a romantic partner that could live at distance. I do see that traveling is going to happen if that's what you've been wanting. I also see money, as far as your finances getting better. Some of you guys are in debt, okay? And I'm not really sure how this is going to happen for you, but I do see that there's going to be a major turning point that's going to get you out of financial trouble here. Oh, sorry, card fill. Speaking of which, here with the Five of Pentacles, hardships, financial hardships, and then I don't do reversals, but the Four of Wands was in reverse. There it is again, fours again, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. There is a lack of stability somewhere, okay? And this is what I was saying before, that storm warning is something that's already brewing at the moment. You can feel it, whether it's with your finances, your relationships, or your connections with people. There's some instability happening. So the five of Pentacles is just a rough card. You got a lot of changes that's going to occur. I'm just going to tell you, may not like it, but something needs to change. Something has to change according to this reading. So the Magician card is that new beginning because it is number one, but it has to change. There's a lot of lack and deprivation with this Five of Pentacles. Hardships. Okay, something's missing from my connection. Something's missing from my life. Something's missing when it comes down to home and family. My heart isn't complete. You guys may even be in that energy a little bit more this weekend. Even if you have money, there's this missing piece here with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so that's pretty much kind of like your world turned upside down here with the Four of Wands. Okay, there's really no home. There's a house. There's no home though. Okay, let's go on. Let's keep going. You have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So I don't know if there's a suspicious energy here or someone feels like they can't trust somebody. Seven of Swords basically talks about that. There will be a conversation that will be had, but it's almost like you have to watch your step. You have to watch your step. Be careful about how you communicate, please, this weekend. I'm just telling you, be careful. I don't like the hostility card and the storm warning. It's only two of them in this deck, and both of them came out for you. So here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords is saying, be cautious about how you talk, how you move, that type of thing. And I'm also saying here that for those who are single and, let's just say the storm has already happened. You've already walked away from somebody. Well, somebody wants to see you because they're looking back. So there will be some type of communication with someone that you are not talking to at the moment. But hostility is here. So just be careful about how you guys talk. So they can come in trying to reconcile, but just make sure that energy as far as anger or resentment isn't present. Okay. Let's get the last few cards here for Taurus. Here it talks about you're getting out of some type of rut. Now, I don't know what that means for you. Rut could be financially. It could be monotonous energy, doing the same thing over and over again. But whatever it is, you're getting out of that. So rebelling gets your own psyche. Remember, I told you that earlier about how you just feel like you just don't want to do anything. That is also hitting the magician card. So it talks about rebellion in the sense of determination or willpower to get things done. Go against your natural instinct, which is wanting to like kind of chill out, right? Or just not get anything done. This is rebelling against that spirit. Now, here you have the Casanova. Okay. I just said that there's a possibility of someone returning. Now, this does not mean that it is someone from your past, but it just says that there's someone who's going to be entering. Okay, because it is hitting the caring connection card. All right, someone who you're going to be, intimate with, not necessarily sexually, but drawing closer to as far as a connection, whether this is someone that you are living with and you had a spat with. Okay, babe, let's kind of work this out. Or if this is someone else outside of that type of situation. But here it says that you're attracting a whirlwind romance filled with passion and excitement, and this could actually go the distance. All right, so this is actually hitting the caring card. I feel like this really is something serious. I would say specifically for those who are not in a connection. If you're already in a connection, you're already in a connection. So it's not necessarily saying go the distance. Yes, that's a reconciliation for you. But for those who are single, okay, the storm warning sometimes could be an unexpected. That could be like a tower card, unexpected situation with someone that you do not expect to come in here that can go the distance here with this Casanova card. Okay. Last one here says the mourner. A recent loss brings a period of grieving. Reflect on what has been lost, then give it new meaning to emerge stronger. All right. Now, again, I didn't go into all details of what the storm warning could be. It is a loss in some kind of way, loss of a peace of mind, dealing with money, property, a person, a pet, something like that. Okay. So there is definitely some conflict in your emotional and mental state here. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be just this weekend, but it is something that you're going to experience that's going to kind of get you off kilter a little bit. The Four of Wands was in reverse. So you have to maintain that stability. You even had it here with the Two of Pentacles. That's what it's saying, right? That unstable energy. So try to figure out how to maintain balance is what these cards are saying. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, talking about a support system. Let's get one more card. One more card. And if you have Sagittarius or Virgo in your chart, I will be doing those readings as well. One more card for Taurus. Patterns. I didn't even mean to do that, but it flipped over. Hold on. There it is, stagnation. What is it saying? It says you're breaking free, rebellion attitude, told you, willpower and determination, love it. Okay, now you see that it's telling you that you're doing something that needs to change, right? Remember, we talked about the change. So here it says, you're breaking free from what? An unhealthy cycle or situation. And this is a new sense of self-awareness, okay? And you are releasing anything that is fruitless, anything that's fruitless. What does that mean? Eating ice cream at night when you know you shouldn't, right? Not going to work on time, not getting to work on time, okay? Or spending more money than you have. It's those type of things. It's basically saying those are the habits that you are breaking because it's fruitless. Okay, that's the things that you're going to work on. That's part of the rebellion energy here, and also the determination. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Now, again, the stagnation card is saying realize that perceived delays. This is for some of you who are in a waiting pattern. Okay. If you are in a waiting pattern, it says it's not always bad. It's because it's trying to get you to see something. I'm going to tell you something that is actually true. That is 100% true. I've always realized that Spirit let me go through certain things in order for me to tell you and give you guys examples behind the scenes. I don't really say it too much on YouTube, But this is absolutely correct. We see it from a different standpoint because we want things, it's just, oh, I want this, I want this, and I want that. And if you have someone who's a really good oracle, they'll tell you, well, spirit is basically telling you right now there's something that you need to do. And then you're like, oh no, there's nothing that I need to do. You're rebelling against it, right? And I'm telling you, it is something that is being done to activate something within your soul, the true potential within you. Okay. And there's always a way for you to know. Okay. You just have to find out what that means. But if you are experiencing what is perceived to be a delay or stagnation, it is just a timing thing, but it's something that obviously that needs to be done. And it could be just a balance energy. Like I said before, you could tell something needs to be restored. Okay. Something that you've been struggling with, maybe you need to heal from something. But I'm going to have your video. Like I said, I have another video I'm going to be posting later on. Thank you so much, Taurus, for coming back to my channel. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all of that information is down below. Make sure you guys take advantage of the $20 readings that I'm going to be doing. Sorry, I won't be doing. I'm going to be doing on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm going to attach it to the later video tonight, or you can look on my channel. And I actually posted the video yesterday. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.